Now that you know how to build your brand, what to kind of promote yourself as, your online digital presence, how to generate leads, and kind of how to talk to the leads. Um, One of the final steps is kind of getting your team set up from the beginning. So typically, you're not going to just obviously ever go at a real estate deal all alone. You need a mentor, you need a TC, you need escrow, you need mortgage, title, inspectors, contractors, really building out kind of that database of your go-to trusted vendors.
Sure.
Um, I guess, yeah,
That was one of the big things early on in my career that was big to set up. Using the same escrow officer, building those relationships. So if there are any issues, you can make the phone call to whoever you make the phone call to get those resolved. So from obviously your TC will probably be the most important. Um, from there, escrow and having the escrow officer that you continually use each and every time. All of these different vendors you want to use each and every time so that you can build that rapport with them. You have title, your title rep, get to know your title reps, lender. Again, I tend to stay with one lender, or have a couple at least on rotation that you can kind of get your feel for, but ultimately building that one into as your go-to. And then from there, he mentioned contractors. So I've been big in the flipping game, and so when it came to providing value to my clients with a list of who to use for plumbing, electrical, roofing, solar, I had that list already done. Um, so who was that? That's escrow, title, mortgage, contractors, termite
inspectors.
companies, inspectors. Again, use the same people over and over again, and that was one of the big things when Kobe and I wanted to start Link. We had all this in mind to make the transaction that much easier and have all of our services vertically integrated. So we have Link Brokerage, Link Mortgage, Link Escrow. We wanted to have everything easy access to the same people over and over again to make that transaction more efficient. Now, Kobe took a step further with the team in building out all their back end tech, the transaction management, just to make everyone's life that much easier. And so we want to at least put out there that when we were trying to lay out this entire platform, we are doing so with the agent in mind because we're building this as agents in the trenches every day. What is it that I do in my business that helps me move that needle?
Mhm.
Kobe's the same way. And so we're able to take our life experience, our agent experience, and then
Mhm.
build that out into a transaction platform that really benefits you guys as the agent, whether you're brand new, a seasoned agent, a team lead, small boutique brokers looking to join our entire platform and just plug and play, plug into our systems. That was the entire intent about building this vertically integrated company, building out the team. And that is, in my mind, a huge piece to help you guys be successful
Yeah.
because you want to have that team built early on. I think coaching and mentorship is a big piece of that, no matter what level you are, brand new, especially training. Um, but there's, you name it. There's every pro athlete has multiple coaches, multiple trainers. You look at Tom Brady; he's going to have a nutritionist, a conditioning coach, a quarterback coach, a you name it. There's
Mhm.
a whole slew of people on his team helping him be the best he can be. And so, what we wanted to offer to you guys is to be there as that resource for coaching, for
Yep.
mentorship, for training, and just be there to help you guys be the best that you guys can be, just like any professional in our industry or in any sport for that matter.
Yeah. And so obviously if you're a link agent, we have our list of preferred venue vendors, we have our mortgage, we have our escrow, we have our in-house photographers, CRM specialists, lead gen specialists, you name it. If you're not a link agent, you could obviously still use our mortgage company, our escrow company. You can reach out to us for different referrals. In the link below, one of the PDFs we have is just like kind of your checklist of who you need on your team: TC, mentor, coach, escrow, mortgage, you name it. um, if you are a link agent, that's why we also have our mentorship program. So if you're a newer agent and you or an experienced agent, you just kind of need that coach, you need that mentor, um,
Accountability.
the accountability piece. Definitely reach out. We have a different module that talks about all of our different mentors. You can go meet them all, jump on calls with them. But just having that team pre-built out so that when you're walking a property with a potential seller and they ask about getting a prelim or getting a net sheet, you already know who to call. You can pick up the phone, shoot a text right then and there. Um, know who you need to go to when questions arise. Yeah.
Yeah, and then throughout my career, I've always been big on self improvement and how can I improve myself to then be able to better serve those that I'm working with,
Mm-hmm.
buyers, sellers, and now agents on the Link platform. And so always be willing to invest in yourself. If there is a seminar, a book,
Mm-hmm.
an event, a training, um, I'm learning as I go as well. This new world of video, Instagram, YouTube, this is new to me, and as most people are in my age are starting to retire, I'm putting in into overdrive now and really trying to get the understanding of how all this works, because I want to be a resource for you guys to be able to serve you the best that I can. And having that knowledge behind me on how all this works is how I could better serve you guys. And so if there, if you have the mindset to really invest in yourself, you will be successful, because it's not just a job. You're not just an agent. You're creating your own business. This is your career, right?
Yeah.
Be the best you can be, and be willing to put your money behind that, and learn what you guys can learn throughout your whole career. You know what I mean? Simply put.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been Tony Robbins, shoot, Jim Rohn, you name it, Brian Tracy, Earl Nightingale, the old school guys that I've now been regurgitated into all these new school guys. But a little bit of old, a little bit of new, but it's all helpful.
100%. And yeah, when I first started in real estate, he was my mentor. I used to just
Scary.
come into the office and sit next to him, which is where we kind of, I guess, formed Link's mentorship. And not to go too much on a side tangent on finding your team, most important is going to be that coach, that mentor. And that doesn't mean Craig was the one that was walking me through how to do lead generation and or contracts. You need to have the right people in the right places for that. He was teaching me how to talk to somebody, how to sit in open house, how to have a just casual conversation while getting your sales points across. When a deal was going south very, very quickly, how do you navigate that? How do you make sure you're putting the client first in these tough times? So yeah, as you're going through finding your team, don't be afraid to also like interview people. Don't be afraid to talk to multiple TCs, talk to multiple mentors.
Sure.
Link's mentor list, I think there's a couple dozen on there, and you can go through and kind of learn about who they are, what they're going to offer, and find the right fit for you. If me and Craig didn't get along, probably wouldn't be the best mentor. You want somebody that you're willing to grab a beer with, go grab a lunch with, be able to pick up the phone at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night and
No,
call.
don't do that.
I can do that with him because he's my father-in-law. But for other people, somebody you're going to get along with, when push comes to shove, you want to be able to call them, rely on them. So uh, have that kind of trickle into the entire team. Have the escrow officer that's willing to pick up the phone, like
Sure.
Beth,
After hours, absolutely.
Bill and Tim. I can call them anytime during the week, on the weekends, whatever it is, and have a loan question. They're always there to help. Make sure your title rep's willing to give you public record and give you Fidelity Passport or Stewart's version of it, whatever it is.
And the big piece is the problems in the transaction.
Yeah.
You're going to have issues. You're going to have issues with escrow. You're going to have issues with title, with mortgage. You want to be able to have the same people over
Yep.
and over again that have that loyalty to you, because they want to be able to go the extra mile and make sure that you continue to use them.
Yep.
And so build out your team, strongly, as strong as possible. And that was always big for me too. Is when I got in the industry, I was, I didn't have all the tools that you guys have now, but my mentor at the time was my mom, and her was more of the throw you in the pool and hope you can swim, right? Survival of the fittest. And so it was always find the solution, bring it to me, and we'll talk about it, right? It was never it's a done for you system. And so I may not be the best fit for somebody. My approach might be different than you. My personality may not fit with you. So find that person, like he's saying, that you can jive with. You really want to learn these processes, and so don't depend on your coach or your mentor or your escrow or your title, your other services. You're the professional in this transaction, so you want to be able to do your homework first and foremost, and then come up with solutions. And when you come up to Kobe or myself or your coach or your mentor, say, hey, this is a situation. Here's how I think I should handle it. Here's why, and then talk about it. Right? That's a big piece for me. Is when agents come to me and go, hey, solve my problem. I'm like, no, time out. Right? Like let's work through this and figure out the best things to do. And that starts at the very beginning, whether it be just be talking through an open house or lead gen or everything that we've been going through. Come to us with ideas or suggestions, or here's what I think I should do. What do you think? Or here's my plan. Let's go through it. Let's tweak it. Then it's more collaborative at that point. You learn more, you get more out of it, and we're better to help you in that regard, as opposed to just trying to do it for you.
100%. Yeah, PDF below, checklist for your team. If you need any recommendations, reach out to us.
Yeah.
We have a list of the people below, but make sure you have that team built out. And see you guys on the next video.